Whilst memeing about, I've actually stumbled across something pretty absurd when it comes to Navy Officer and Assassin. It might actually be an incredibly viable option for Abelard. Yes, you can probably make it stronger by focusing a little bit different. I have not min-maxed this build. In fact, what I have done is I have taken my completely normal Abelard build, put him over into a Assassin, not even a focus on agility, it's strength, toughness and perception I'm using on him here. And yeah, I've spotted some crazy interactions there thanks to fleet combat training. So I want to show off a little bit of this, and now that we've got the shearing strikes fixed, I reckon I can one-turn this encounter without finest hour. I'm just going to bring it down to Abelard. So obviously he takes some self-damage there, some weird little effects with some of that going on there. But as you notice, evasive maneuvers from Navy Officer does stack dodge as soon as he's got it up. So if you weren't using power armor, you wouldn't get that minus 75% reduction. But I've not optimized anything about this build. So we go through slash shearing strikes. I've got Stalker's Boots on here. So to actually engage to get a little bit of the most out of this, I'm actually going to use Dance Macabre to get in a little bit. Then obviously we're going with the slash. So you see the first hit, offhand hit, offhand hit, offhand hit. 3 offhand hits. Interesting. It's meant to be 2, but it's 3 because of fleet combat training and Stalker Boots. So you get 3 hits coming in with slash. So that's already pretty big in itself. But notice I'm also doing direct damage on my main weapon. So if I, because the only issue I see here is mobility, but we can get that with Daring Breach. But as you notice here, my slash is obliterating everything here. So if we come in, we've obviously run out of hits. But the other thing I've noticed, if I Death Whisper here, main hand, offhand. With just Death Whisper, I've killed Kunrad. Interesting, because obviously all the sledgehammer that I'm using, the Coffin-Maker sledgehammer, all of that's getting boosted by the fact that, yeah, that does direct damage. So if I Reckless Strike, Sworn Enemy up here, I'm going to Killing Edge here, and it's going to cause an offhand, and I believe that, if we have a look at the damage that it just did there, yeah, the Killing Edge is directly applying to the offhand hit, and it's boosting it. In my previous test, I actually opened up the numbers, and yes, if you main hand Killing Edge, Fleet Combat Training procs, and the offhand hit also benefits from Killing Edge. Please, Starrick, do not snitch, do not nerf. Starrick, for those who don't know, is one of the community managers who's very active on the Reddit, and obviously keeps me under wraps when I bother the developers too much. But, yeah, this is pretty obscene, and as this moves over into the Daybreak round, I'm still pretty sure I can one-turn Daybreak, though I don't have Finest Hour buffs on. I guess I do have Daring Breach, but Daring Breach is going to reset, so my attack economy is going to be reset to just 1 and my offhand hit. So I'm going to lose all the bonuses, and because I'm not a Psyker, no Warp Surge Brooch. So the question is, can I do Daybreak this way? Now, originally, I was actually going to use the Roxor, but we're all sick of Roxor cheese. So I've put on some consumables that we can reuse here, like Onslaught, just to get my slash back. So if I then, I could have used Breakthrough as well. There are options. I'm saving AP that I probably don't need, but we're going to put on Poison Strike, Sworn Enemy, because we want to do as much as we can, because obviously Daybreak, being a boss, has some really high stats. So we come through. We obviously get 1, 2 hits from the offhand there. I don't think the the breakthrough itself, the slash, I don't think it critted, so we didn't get anything. But then we're going to hit this opening, and we get 2 hits on the old Death Whisper thanks to critting. Then we're going to move back around, and we're going to proc another opening here. We'll seek the opening, which will move the openings over. Then we've got this lovely little opening right in front of us that I think will apply to both hits. So if I Reckless Strike, there's a chance that this Reckless Strike will apply to both the main hand hit and the offhand hit. I was hoping to parry Daybreak and get a revenge attack to kill him there, because I was wondering if that would also do it. But if I then, I'm going to increase my AP so I can get my free offhand hit that I have not used. We've got an opening around the back, so we're going to do a normal offhand hit because I've got dual weapon specialist and all that lovely stuff set up. So obviously you see that just did 1900 damage, that's a lot of hit. Then I'm going to crack open the old Onslaught, which is a renewable, so we've got that, and that's going to give me another attack here, which is, again, they're both going to crit, and, well, they didn't even crit there, but they procced there, and I got that old double hit. So yeah, one turning Daybreak as an Assassin Abelard without the officer buffs up. Like, that's pretty obscene. And as we're looking at this, yeah, I'm pretty sure those offhand hits, yep, that's all Killing Edge stacked. So there is a lot coming in here that you can do with this. Now, if you're doing Officer Finest Hour, you move the attack cap, you get all those lovely attacks, but you do lose access to MP, but then you've got Daring Breach to get that back. You can obviously use inertia boots for infinite MP, but I like having the offhand Stalker's boot to get those extra hits, and I'm using Invigorating Resolve and Malpain Shroud, so that means that I can't access to Slicing Symbol. But that was more just my damage test. But yeah, Tearing Vengeance and Coffin Maker in the primary. Didn't even use the Roxor, but yeah, neat.